It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Let me get real serious about Kamala Harris. I'm incredibly disappointed with what I've seen from the standpoint of her promoting this book. Number one, she's saying things that she should have said when she was running for the presidency. She was quiet and deferred to her loyalty and gave Joe Biden much of a bigger voice than she needed to when she was indeed the Democratic nominee. She came across as somewhat leaderless at that particular moment in time, which is something that Trump was pointing out. Then to come out with this book after you lose the election, after you lose the popular vote for the first time for a Democrat since 2004, after you lose every swing state, after young blacks, young Hispanics, and, all of those numbers dipped in Trump's favor because of you. You come out with a book and you're talking about Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania, who I interviewed last week. Oh, he was too ambitious. You're looking at Gavin Newsom. You pointed out how he didn't return your calls. You were talking about the tepid response that you got from Michelle and Barack Obama. You talked about Biden and how, it shouldn't have been about egos and all of this stuff. Nobody wants to hear this now. This is the problem. And this is why I believe her political career is over. Listen, I'm not as connected to the political apparatus as you are, but I've had some people come up to me since those quotes from her, the excerpts from her book came out. And they said to me last year, you know what a couple of people said to me? He said, we ain't taking her calls. How do we know that she's not taping them? How do we know she's not taping our phone calls? What are you doing revealing private conversations? Okay? This is the kind of stuff that ends up haunting you. And so like she pointed out, she didn't have as much Democratic support as she would have wanted to begin with. It was all manufactured in the end. Once she was the Democratic nominee, it wasn't about you. It was about people who didn't want Trump to be president. It wasn't about you and people were enamored with you and they couldn't wait to go to the polls to vote for you, because if that's the case, you would have made it to Iowa in 2020. You would have been able to endure a primary prior to the election. But you bypassed all of that. They clearly did it purposefully because they didn't want her to have to compete for the Democratic nomination. Nancy Pelosi's on the record saying she thought that the process should have happened. It didn't happen. All of these things that she comes out and she's speaking about now, I think she's doomed.
Yeah, man, I'ma just be honest, man. I don't agree with Stephen A. Smith on this. And he's not about to be my punching bag. Like, you're wrong. Yeah, because you're wrong, brother. You got to hear from her. You got to hear some transparency. One thing we don't, every time Kamala opens her mouth, it's always somebody trying to tell her what she did wrong. Remember back in like 2020 or somewhere around that, 2019, she came out and said that she, was in her college dorm room and, smoking weed and stuff and listening to Tupac or whatever. She didn't say that. Y'all made that up. She was talking about one subject and another subject, but everybody had to hone in on Kamala Harris. Like, he said a couple of things that she shouldn't have came out with this book after the fact. No, she was actually writing a book within the time frame. So all this stuff is her actual emotions. And if y'all can't handle it, then can do it. If y'all can't handle this is no different than anybody else putting a book talking about, oh, I think she may be recording. Anybody can record your conversation. Actually, if you open up your iPhone, it has a thing that says record the conversation, so anybody can record a conversation. Don't say anything that you are afraid to say out in public over the phone. If you're going to say something, say it to their face. But everybody's so scared. I think what Kamala is doing is showing transparency, and she's calling some people out. She's calling out Joe Biden. No, Joe Biden didn't leave her in a good position. What was she supposed to do, Stephen A. Smith, with such little time? He said she didn't want to step up and take on the responsibility. She did, and she had no choice. What was she supposed to do? Not take the nomination? Come on, man. Anybody left in that situation would be, scrambling, trying to get something going. And one thing I do believe that Kamala messed up at is she went to all of the, and it's not her fault because one, she had 107 days to put this plan together. She went to the basics, Oprah's, the CNNs, the MSNBCs, just the mainstream media. Trump had the time to go hit Flagrant. He went to all these small podcasts. Well, they're not small; they big podcasts. But he went to all these different podcasts. He had time to talk, and you got to see the real him. Kamala had been reached out to by a lot of these same podcasts. She didn't take that time, but also she didn't have the same amount of time that Joe Biden, because Joe Biden took up most of that time running for 9 months and then gave her 90 days left, 107 to be exact. No, she didn't have more time. She was running for Joe Biden. Joe Biden was running. She's his running mate. She was not taking over. I think y'all need to understand that. Like, how can she how can she campaign for herself and campaign for Joe Biden at the same time? That makes absolutely no sense. See, y'all just be talking. Y'all want to blame Kamala so bad. Oh, she's Asian, or she's black when she wants to be black. But she locks up black people. She was a freaking DA. She locked up everybody. What do you expect? Some of y'all just don't want. Just say y'all hate black women. Just say y'all hate Asian women. Just say y'all do. Just say y'all hate Kamala Harris. Stop being phony. But when she come out and be transparent, then y'all like, oh, she shouldn't have did that. Nah, she doing the same thing y'all do. If you can do it, she can do it. What's the point? This is a transparent world. Everybody's on social media. Everybody with thumbs can voice their opinion. But when she do it, now all of a sudden, oh, we need to stand back. She shouldn't do this. She's going to ruin a lot of relationships that she has. F y'all relationships. Trump don't care about your relationships. So this is she need to give that same energy. She need to give the same energy that Trump give. Cause forget your friends. Did Trump come back with his same VP? Nope. Trump wasn't even at the end of his term and he didn't like his VP and he put it out there. What are we talking about? Do y'all remember that? Y'all forgot about that? Where they was trying to take him out on January 6th, the vice president of the United States? Come on, man. She's not black, by the way. What are we talking about? If a parent is of melanated tone from a place where black people, like if her parents are black, she's black. What are you talking about? Does she have Asian in her? Some Indian from India? Yeah, she's that. People from India be like, oh, she's only Indian when it suits her. No, she's an Indian all the time, but she's an American first. That's just her nationality is from that. Her nationality is from Jamaica, which is black. What are we talking about? Do y'all even listen to the stuff that y'all be saying? Do y'all be listening to that? Y'all just be talking. I know I just be talking, but at least I'm honest when I just be talking. Y'all be just talking and lying. Lying. Just lying to yourself, lying to your kids. You just lying. I bet you. Y'all probably lied on y'all job application. I've been a foreman for 13 jobs. I managed 20 damn people knowing goddamn well you ain't did none of that. You liars. Y'all just be lying. Sometimes I be wanting to read y'all's comments, but y'all just be lying to y'allself. Trump is black. What are you talking about? He is a Nigga. He say the shit that y'all don't want to say. He's ignorant. That's what a Nigga is. Ignorant. Trump is black as it can be.
Everyday people.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.